What's good, ladies and gentlemen? Salute. Welcome back to the Bill with Jay podcast. Let's go for a bit of a ride. We're going to discuss today nutrition. You're going to realize how poor your nutrition was, just as I did, because it's cutting season. We got to cut now. We got to get strong. We got to be lean, mean fighting machines. Lean is law. We're ascending towards the Creator. I'm going to put 2 Bible verses from the book of Hebrews and book of Corinthians that speak about our bodies being temples, and this is our obedience, how we approve obedience to our Creator, to God. So here's what you do. Jay, how are you going to lose the weight? Well, since March 19th, today's 2 weeks, I'm down 14 pounds. Granted, a lot of that's probably water and glycogen, but that has to go too. So here's what happens. You're going to do this all in steps. Everything here is measurement. So measurement requires dedication, discipline, and consistency. Just like everything else in life. The more truthful you are, the more you will be rewarded, because we're rewarded as to our faith, and faith requires truth. So, you need a kitchen scale, digital kitchen food scale. Order it off Amazon. I paid like $11. Mine comes with, it weighs up to 30 pounds of food with an accuracy to a fraction of a gram. That's what you want, because you're measuring everything. You're not eyeballing it anymore. You're going to want a body weight scale, a composition scale. They work through electric impedance. And what that essentially is it sends through diodes in the scale. It'll send electrical current up one leg, back down the other, throughout your body, back to the scale. And that gives it a measurement of your water weight, your visceral fat, and your muscular skeletal weight. And impedance is working on the principle of that water and muscle are great conductors of electricity. So, whereas to visceral fat isn't. So that's how it measures through resistance. And then it'll give you your composition. Then you're going to need a food app. For example, I use Samsung Health. It works on Apple and Android. And what that's going to do is it has an extensive food database. And you're going to track your food in there. The calories, it gives you your macros, your fat, your protein, your carbs. You can track your steps. You can track your workouts. You can do a lot in there. I just use it for my steps and roughly, and the food, because I know I work out. I know I'm good on all that stuff. So the scale, the composition scale for weight, body weight, will cost you like $20 on Scamazon if you're in Canada. And the other one will cost you about $11. Amazon's all right. Normally I don't want to give it my business, but for the most part, you know, there's a lot of scarcity out here. Canada's a third world country, very poor, so you make do where you can. You're going to need the app, which I showed you, your food app. And then you're going to go online and search for daily caloric or calorie maintenance tracker. And that's going to give you a rough estimation with some inputs. Be honest. Put your weight, your height, your activity level, and your age. And that's going to give you a rough one. So how to lose 1 pound a week? You want to eliminate 500 calories a day. Deficit. Less, a loss. Surplus means more. Gaining. So 500 calories for 1 pound, or like me, I'm doing 2 pounds a week. And it's 1,100 calories I'm doing, or 1,000 or up. Problem with mine is it's considered aggressive. And I'll tell you, after the first 3 days, I got used to it, but those first 3 days I was starving. I couldn't sleep well. All I could think about was food. and just grind out the discipline, man. Grind it out. You're here for a mission. What's your mission? Do you want to be the same fat slob your whole life? Or do you want to lean up? Or do you want to be like where I'm at, where you're already buff, but do you want to be that bulky dude, or do you want to be the guy? Because look, I'll tell you right now, gentlemen, I go out to a beach with a shirt off and the ladies look. But if a dude with full set of abs comes walking beside me, it's like I don't even exist anymore. It's a joke. So, but all that aside, you're doing this for your health, first and foremost. Doing it to show God your obedience. This is what we're doing it for. Everything is through God's grace, to please God, to say thank you, to show gratitude for His holiness. Remember, our bodies are a temple, and if you want to seek God, first you should look within, because God is within all of us. And if you believe to a different person, different creator, I can't say much to that because I don't know much about it. But, just follow the teachings of your creator and do this. It's going to be the same principles. So now that you have all the units of measurement, it's thermodynamics. If you burn more calories than you ingest, you are going to lose weight. End of story. If you do the opposite, you're going to gain weight. End of story. You could literally just walk and go about your day and not work out and do this, and you'll lose the weight. Obviously, working out helps more. Remember, gentlemen, if you lift heavy shit and have a high protein content and watch what you eat, you're going to gain muscle, lose fat. You're going to be way better shape than what other people say or what they look like too. And that's the rough part, because you're going to see people who say, why do you do this for? It's unnecessary. And it's like, well, you know what? Maybe one day you want to do it. It's necessary for me. And then other people too are like, Jay, what are you doing? I noticed a difference already in 2 weeks. This is what I'm doing. I tell them it's necessary, man. No longer are we doing bulking seasons, at least for the time being. So now you got that, your daily maintenance. You subtract your 500 or 1,000 calories, you're dedicated, you're disciplined, you're not going to cheat yourself, you measure everything on your scales, you measure yourself. You don't have to measure your weight daily because it's going to fluctuate. It might stay the same, it might go higher depending on the water, but trust me, it drops. I measure myself once a week, it drops. Let's see here. What do we eat? Here's what you eat. It's the same simple foods, rinse and repeat. Greek yogurt, it's got 17 grams of protein per 100 grams. Powerhouse. Protein powder, 25 grams a scoop, if not 50. Whey protein, Powerhouse. You want vegetable protein, then go ahead, but your body won't absorb it as well. It's a waste. What else for protein sources? Ground meats or lean fish that's not farm raised, like salmon. Ground beef, ground turkey, ground chicken. The leaner, the higher protein content. I don't fuck with pork, but if you want that, you can have that. Eggs, sweet potato, white potatoes with the skin on. I'm telling you, white potatoes are your best friend right now. They're super satiating or filling, pardon me. 2 to 3 potatoes, medium potatoes, is a pound, and the calories are nothing. It's a joke. It's like 300 calories. You're full off 300 calories. I don't know too many people that can eat that much food in one sitting. And you think, wow, a whole pound, I'm going to gain a lot of weight. Trust me, your body will burn it off. I never lie to you. I don't lie to myself or the creator. You got your meats, you got your cucumbers, you got your frozen mixed carrots and peas. Now your fruits. You could do rice if you want, but it's not as filling and more calories. Fruits, frozen blueberries, strawberries, apples, bananas, frozen kiwi. Soak all your produce in water and baking soda, because you're gonna see like larvae and shit come out, And that's where fruit flies, if your fruit are overripe, they'll burrow in there. It's not poisonous to you. They'll come to surface and you just dump them out and flush them. They don't destroy the nutrients of the fruit. It's what happens when you don't have pesticides on your food. And who wants that anyway? Protein powder, Greek yogurt, eggs. And then it's basically rinse and repeat all the time. Black coffee if you drink coffee. I like teas. I'm having a coffee just now, but you know, that I feel like having that taste. And have decaf if you want to. You know, if you have prostate issues, decaf. Doesn't matter what time you eat at. You could eat right before bed if you're within your caloric limit. It's gonna burn it off. Trust me, it'll burn while it sleeps, because this is gonna eventually lower your baseline BMR, basal metabolic rate, which helps you burn food more efficiently. Again, we're fine-tuning our machine, our body, our God-given machine. You're gonna wanna do this because it's times of scarcity right now. It's gonna be a dog-eat-dog world when there's less food on the shelves. You're gonna wanna be in best shape as possible. Get rid of your addiction to sugar, sever it. That's what cancer eats off of, sugar. This is why in the grocery store, the first thing you see now, and it never used to be this way. When I was a youth, it was different. First thing I saw was produce. Now it's chips and, you know, Joe Lewis's and Twinkies and shit. Last thing you see, chocolate bars, candies, gums, cookies. Fuck cookies, fuck donuts, fuck chips, fuck cake, fuck all that. That shit is demonic. Lean is law. Ascend to God. Lean is law. You want to think about that all the time. Lean, mean, fighting machine. Cans of tuna are a powerhouse, nutritionally speaking, with eggs and potatoes. Those are all nutrition powerhouses. You could just have eggs and orange juice, freshly squeezed orange juice, and that'll give you every vitamin and mineral you need. But you won't get a lot of calories. You'll be starving. White Monster energy drinks, 0 sugar added. It's going to give you that boost you need, trust me. And you're going to have to pay attention. If you don't eat your carbs continuously throughout the day, you're going to have a crash. And that's how I know when I need fuel, because I'm crashing. I'm very lethargic, tired, weak, not alert, dizzy sometimes. I've managed that. Sometimes I'll have all my carbs or the heavy amount of carbs in a breakfast, so I'm full for the day more so. And the way I stagger mine to lose 2 pounds at 2,500 calories daily for 2 pounds a week is such. I'm usually around 225 to 250 grams of protein a day, 70 to 79 grams of fat a day, and about 250 to 270 grams of carbs, and that usually equals up to 2,200 or so to 2,500 calories. If you go over, don't worry about it. 50, 100 calories, you can just subtract that the next day, because your body doesn't go day by day. It does it in a weekly format for some strange reason. This is my observation. If you want and you must satisfy a craving and indulge, subtract 100 calories for 5 days, then you can have a piece of cake. I don't recommend it. You can get sugar-free Jello powder mix and pour that into a tub of Greek yogurt and blend it together, mix it together. It tastes like cheesecake. You're on a mission here, gentlemen. It's not going to be pretty, but you're grinding right now. Success comes, trust me. It's your due diligence, your process and discipline. There's things in this world we can't control, but like I always say to you, we can control how we think, what we say, and how we act. You'll never regret a word you never said. Remember that. Everything is through God's good grace and His will. It's our duty to align our God-given free will with His will and become at one with. Remember that your body is a temple. Take care of it. Remember to stand beside your brothers and sisters that want to fight with you. as far as not fighting with you, but you know what I'm trying to say. They're on your team, they're on your side. We're fighting against evil together. And protect those behind you that are sick or old or whatnot, you know, the children, the ladies, the elderly. Fight for them. Build and encourage with one another as God does with us. Always remember, God is all truthful, all loving, and the ultimate creator builder. Anything that's antithetical to that, especially in relationships with women, and they exhibit any of those behaviors of destructiveness, deceitfulness, and, you know, apathy or hatred, get far away from it. Other than that, gentlemen, if nobody told you they love you today, Jay loves you, God loves you. God bless you all. I can't recall if I missed anything, but your diet's simple. Rinse and repeat every day. My diet looks like this: Greek yogurt with a scoop or two of protein, a protein shake somewhere throughout the day, usually after the workout and before bed. That's 50 grams each shake with water. 5 eggs in an omelet with some onion and garlic and Cajun seasoning or whatever seasoning you want. Bland food, there's no excuse for. You can get Lebanese, Arabic style spices. You can get Indian, Jamaican curries, garlic. You have to have seasoning, salt and pepper. Pink Himalayan salt in your water crushed up. That'll give you minerals that you need. When you hydrate, you need minerals. It's not water necessarily. Use your units of measurement, your calories. Put them in as you use them. Read everything. If a bag of apples says anything but apples, don't buy it. Watch your meat, because you're going to see things like cultured. That means it's lab grown. Don't eat that. Natural meat. Support your local butchers. If you're stuck and you need to go eat out, you're going to realize fast food you can't eat. Booze you can't drink. You know? But weed is 0 calories. Remember that. Burn your weed. You know? Soothe your soul. And sedate your body after a hard day. You know? Medicate yourself. But if you must eat out, stop at a store that makes rotisserie chickens. It's 150 grams of protein, and the calories are manageable. You know, you don't have to eat the whole chicken. You know, you can eat 2 breasts. Right there, there's like almost 70 grams of protein. And that'll fill you till you get home and get your carbs or whatnot. Just rinse and repeat. Do your fruits, do your vegetables. I have my 5-egg omelet, my Greek yogurt, my protein shakes, my little hash I showed you of my potatoes and meat and mixed vegetables. Have a chicken breast, or like me, I like chicken thighs. Little less protein, but chicken thighs with cucumber. Rinse and repeat. Make yourself a smoothie with water. Rinse and repeat. Who gives a shit if it's boring? You're out for results. In 2 weeks, I've seen them. Control what you can, and life will change for you, I promise. And be patient. Everything is going to be coming out for the better, gentlemen. Salute. Much love. Peace and love. God bless you all.